Hello everybody and welcome to today's live stream. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was busy mulling wine. Just gonna put that out there. I was definitely feeling in the Christmas mood. I thought, well, why not? Why not get this opportunity to mull some wine before we sit down and chat all things skincare. I'm just going to finish getting set up and then we will all be ready. How is everyone today? How's everyone's life? Do we have any questions? Oh, wow, we are super busy. We've got lots of questions already. So just sound off in the chat if you've got any questions that you want me specifically to answer, because I'll go through them. Usual rules apply. We go through everything in the order in which they come in, so that gives everyone the opportunity to have their question answered. So I will get round to yours. I always say to everyone, just ask the question once, because when people ask it more than once, it kind of clogs up the chat a little bit. So just ask a question once and I'll get around to it. Nothing is off limits, so you can ask anything, get your skincare questions answered, you can ask about me, you can ask about the channel, literally anything. But I want to know what you've been up to this week, anything that's going on. Just sound off. Should we do some hellos first? Let's get all that sorted. So in terms of the hellos, we have Tom and Marlene sending you lots and lots of love. Both Tom and Marlene are very kindly moderating in today's live, and I couldn't do any of this without them. I've just realised how shiny my forehead is. I've got some new lighting going on because it was so dark the other day, but now I'm literally glowing, maybe a bit too much. Rita, welcome. DN13, great to see you. Danny, William, great to see you. Jan, so great to see you. Jan says, getting really late here, not sure I can stay awake, so checking in to gently caress the like button. Happy weekend. Well, Jan, whether you're able to stay up or whether you watch us all over on replay, either is good. It's just wonderful to actually have you here. Katharina, welcome, my love. Great to see you. Amy, Angela, we've got Suzanne. Suzanne, early? Suzanne, you shock me, my love. Suzanne normally joins into the live streams about 15 minutes in, so I'm very impressed that you're there from the start. My love, and I send you lots of love. Hello, Annika, great to see you. So good to see you. Paula, Elizabeth, all the crew are here today. To anyone that's watching for the first time, honestly, thank you so much. We do these live streams every single Saturday here on Mad About Skin, 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. European time, which is, oh, I've forgotten, 1 p.m. East Coast time in the US and 10 a.m. West Coast time, I think. You might need to check that because I'm not very good with time zones. So how's everyone's week been? What have people been up to? What's been going on? It's been super busy here. I don't know what's happened with life. When everything you get through another week and you think, how did I get here? We've had lots and lots of stuff going on in the background. We've had lots of questions for people asking when the Mad About Skin serum and sets will be back in order, back in stock over on the website. They are currently on their way to me, so as soon as I get them back in stock, they will be physically available on the site. So hopefully at some point in the next 10 days time, we should be able to do that. And we are now doing express and tracked shipping for everybody, so it won't take us long to get the products to you, so do not panic. All my orders came from Decium. I put in quite a bit of an order, and everything came, including this. I just gonna sound off with these. Don't know if anyone's tried them. These are the HIF Hair is Fabric from Decium. This is shampoo and conditioner. I thought I'd give them a go. I don't know why. I just thought, you know what? It seemed quite cool. I like the look of the packaging. I thought with the sale on, why not give them a go? My mum's tried them before and absolutely loved them. So I thought, oh, go on, I'll give them a try. So I'll kind of let you know. I know it's not technically skincare, but let me know if you want a little rundown or review of them after I've used them for a few washes. Other than that, we obviously have the big charity drive at the moment on Mad About Skin, where all the affiliate links and commission sales for the month of November will be going to some dedicated charities that we're going to vote on over on the Facebook group. This is always done to coincide with the Decium November sale, which obviously is a big, busy time. We've now crossed £5,000. So far we've raised £5,000, but a little bit over. I think it's £5,100 when I checked just before I logged on here. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone that bought something. Use the links, because honestly it feels good that we can get our favourite skincare and do a little bit of charity at the same time. Who doesn't love that? So should we delve into some questions? Let's get some questions on the go. So we have Katharina says, hope you're doing well and feeling better today, sending lots and lots of love your way. Thank you so much, Katharina. I don't think it came to anything. I know lots of people have coughs, colds, all of that good stuff. I felt really a little bit ropey, a little bit not great over the past couple of days, and then it disappeared. I woke up this morning having had 10 hours of sleep and was like, yeah, it's all good again. So thankfully, everything just passed. But I know there's a lot of people out there suffering and not feeling 100% themselves. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love and a big Mad About Skin hug. Catherine says, so the upcoming Geek and Gorgeous sale, can you tell us, pretty please, if it's going to be worth the wait? I ran out of some of their stuff. I'm back in my order. So I'm not supposed to say anything. My lips are sealed. But I will say this, because I can never keep a secret from you guys. So yes, Geek and Gorgeous, one of my favourite brands, do have a Black Friday sale, which is going to be starting on the 23rd and running for 3 days. That's strictly between us skincare friends, no, not to go any further. And that is going to be, I think it's a good sale. I think it's worth it. I'm waiting to stock up on a lot of my products from that. I will have some affiliate links to share with you guys, and any commission from that, because I know a lot of you guys love your Geek and Gorgeous, will go into the pot with the Decium money to be given to charity. So that's a little extra incentive as well. But I would personally wait. I think I would personally wait, because who doesn't like a saving? And the Geek and Gorgeous ship ridiculously quickly. Like here in the UK, you get it like next day or the day after. So it's pretty quick, is the shipping. I think it's worth the wait. So look, so William says, will you have any other brand company affiliated links to the charity drive? Well, just give that away. Yes, we've got Geek and Gorgeous coming up for when their sale is. So definitely one to look out for there. Amy says, I missed the live today, but happy Saturday, everyone. I received my shop spray yesterday from Decium. Thanks, Tom, for the recommendation. Love it. I love that scent. Smells so good. So uplifting. Part of my morning skincare routine. I love it. Sorry you can't hang around and chat, Amy, but hopefully you'll catch it on Replay Squad. And this is probably a good time to say, sending you lots and lots of love to everyone catching up on Replay. Now about 3/4 of the people that watch these live streams do so on Replay after the event, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you. So if you're watching on Replay, I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Angela says, I hope you're having a great weekend so far. I am, my love, and how is you? Hope everything's amazing with you. Suzanne says, hello everybody. I'm quickly doing my nighttime routine before the showdown. Woo, going to use that I'm from Honey mask. I love that I'm from Honey mask. I've tried a lot from that line, and while some of them have been okay, I'd say that I'm from Honey mask is probably my favourite of that skincare brand and line. Love it. Suzanne says, anyone else doing their skincare routine? Yes, sound off. Is anyone else doing their morning or evening routine? Depends where in the world you are. While we're doing this, I've got to wait until mine, till after this, and then I'll hop on. I think tonight I'm going to use the Flavanone Mud Mask by Neod. Love that mask. So I think after I've done this, I'm going to put my mask on, sit back, chill, and then know that you always wake up with a good skin day after I've used that mask. So definitely one I love. Angela's just finished her routine. Let's have a look. So see who else we've got. Elizabeth, hello my love, sending you lots and lots of love all over to Australia. Adri, great to see you my love, so good to see you. William says, I ordered the matte 12 and the Hylamide Blur. Would I apply it before or after sunscreen? I personally would apply it afterwards. I find it's more of a topper, but I try it both ways. See which works best for you. It's not going to interact with the sunscreen, so you don't need to worry about that. Just see what looks best on the skin and gives you the results that you want, with my suggestion. Marlene says, hello glowing lovelies, hope everyone has an amazing weekend. Thank you so much, Marlene. And I'm going to send a big shout out and a big love to Tom and Marlene. I know I've already said thank you to them for moderating, but also not been too well over the past week. So sending lots and lots of love, and I'm glad that they're both back on the mend. So if anyone's feeling a little bit less than 100% in themselves, big Mad About Skin hug, which I know will make you feel instantly better. Kirsten says, hi Rob, hi everyone. Got my tea, brownie and a cat next to me, ready for the live. That's like the perfect combination. Today, I've got my tea mug, but I've actually put some mulled wine in here. Now, normally I would have mulled wine in a little, in a glass, but I think I heated it quite hot this time, and I'm worried it might shatter the glass, so I put it in a Starbucks mug. Probably not the classiest. And I've still left the mulling bag in there. You know, you put the wine and you put the mulling spice bag in there. I've left that in there, so that might get really strong by the end of this live stream. We don't know. Look, it's Christmas. It's all good. Teresa said, hello, Teresa. Great to see you, my love. Says, hello, Rob and Mad About Skin family. I hope everyone is having a great Saturday. I know I am, since I'm on vacation. Teresa, have a fantastic vacay. I hope you're absolutely loving it. I know so many people that are getting the chance to go on vacation for the first time in what seems like an eternity at the moment. So if you're going anywhere nice out there, I hope you're all having an amazing time. Charlotte, great to see you. Says, any recommendations for good coverage tinted SPF for fair skin? I love the Inculist sunscreen. It works really well for my skin tone and gives a light coverage. It's definitely nothing too heavy. My favourite though is the Josie Moran. Love that. She actually has a really good shade range. So, but I'd say they give medium coverage. I don't think you're ever going to get better than medium coverage with a tinted SPF, and that's probably one of the best coverage that I've got from an SPF containing product. Love the Josie Moran range. Definitely worth it. Tanya, great to see you, my love. Reve, great to see you. TNH, hello. Razor Wing, we've got Sweet Tea here. Mark M, so many great people. So thank you so much for all joining. Emily, great to see you, my love. I'm doing amazingly. I hope you are. Angela says, does anyone else think the Mad About Skin Got You Covered serum helps with sunscreen absorbency? My sunscreen seems to soak in beautifully, better than before. I've only been using the serum for a few days. I do think, I mean, I don't know the sunscreens I use tend to absorb reasonably well anyway, but I do always say the products that you put on, then you put your sunscreen on, will all have an interaction with them. So if you find that the serum, glides onto the skin, preps it really well, and then your sunscreen applies better afterwards, that's amazing, because I always think the better our sunscreen applies, the more likely we are to use it and enjoy it, which has to be a big tick in the box. So thank you so much for sharing, my love. I'm sending you so much love. Laura, great to see you. Teresa says, it's what I call a staycation. It's a break from my stressful job. Okay, but do you know what? A staycation has been all the rage here in the UK. So basically, staycation here means you don't actually go anywhere outside the UK. You just maybe go to a little holiday camp, camping, have an amazing time. I think just a break away from everything, it has to be a good thing. So I hope you're having an amazing time, Teresa. We've got, let's say, Iraglobe, welcome, my love. Iraglobe says, hi everyone, at least Robbie's later than me today, so I didn't miss the beginning. Yeah, I was a little bit late. I was mulling wine. That's really important. I mean, that's really important. So I'll give myself a pass for that, but I am sorry. Now, one thing though, is we never rush these live streams. I keep going to we've answered all the questions, usually about an hour and a half, but you know what? We don't have set time scale. Straight after this video, we have today's video, which always goes live as a premiere, which means I can chat to you guys as the video plays, keep that conversation going. Today we're talking the best eye creams of 2021, and that is the final episode in the best of 2021 skincare series. I started this I'm going to say a month and a half ago, and we've now got through every step in the skincare routine where I've looked at the very best products that I've discovered this year. So eye creams kind of finish it all off, which I'm kind of sad that it's over, but also it's been really fun to film because I love all the positive vibes and being able to share the very best products. So we're finishing on with eye creams, and I know everyone says eye creams are a waste of money. Most influencers go, eye creams, total waste. I get that, but you know what? Some of them really work. And as someone who's in their mid-30s and, getting a bit of crepiness, the odd crow's feet, I know how important it is to have a really good eye cream, but make sure you spend on one that's actually going to deliver. And that's kind of what the video is all about. So we've got that to come afterwards as well. So let's see, we've got some more questions. We've got... So Suzanne says, thank you, Rob. My glow game is on point today. Your jelly cleanser serum and followed up with a Can Make Clear Mermaid SPF. Oh, so you got a 10-pack from Stylovana. That's amazing. I love buying that product in bulk because I love the Can Make sunscreen, but it's not in a very big bottle. So I think buying in bulk is probably the right way forward. And Suzanne, I am so glad that my serum and cleanser were part of your glowing to the gods routine, because honestly, that makes me so happy. So thank you so much for sharing. Every day is a good glow day. I always find Mad About Skin. Let's just smile through it. Today I've got a little bit of enhancement, bit of help, because I've actually been using the Neod opacity fluid just on the high points of the cheek. Get a little glow if anyone notices. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I found that works really well. So that's kind of my cheat to a glow. So Paula says, hello everyone. I want when I see the Mad About Skin products, my heart skips a few beats. I'm so pleased for Rob. It's wonderful to watch someone fulfill their dreams. Thank you so much, Paula. And honestly, I wouldn't be here if all of you guys hadn't supported me so much. The fact I can say the serum has sold out just is beyond my wildest dreams, and I can't, it's a mixed emotions because I don't want it to be sold out because I want you guys to be able to get your hands on it, and I don't want to disappoint people. But similarly, I also it's kind of it feels like a rite of passage, and it just makes me so happy that things went really well. But none of it would have been possible without you guys. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And I just can't wait for everything to be back in stock. We've got some new product launches coming. We've got the restock happening in a couple of weeks. It's just going to be a really exciting time, and you know what? Just thank you is all I keep saying to people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It makes me so, so happy. And to be able to fulfill a dream, not many people get that opportunity, and so I'm so, so grateful. Christy says, watching this while I make my potato and leek soup. Ooh, that sounds nice. I like that. I might come over to yours, Christy, and have a sample of that. I love potato and leek soup. Debbie, great to see you, my love. Thank you so, so much for joining. Gina, wonderful. Gina says, hi, Robert, love your channel. Thank you so, so much, Gina. Honestly, that means so, so much to me, so thank you. And yeah, thanks for all your support, and for everybody out there that, you know, just do a little shout out. There is 50% of people that watch the Mad About Skin videos aren't subscribed to the channel. Now, nobody's going to force anyone to subscribe, but I always say, here at Mad About Skin, we're all part of like one big family. And so I would say to everyone, join that family, join our little clique and our little group of amazingness, because you guys honestly mean the world to me. And just subscribe. You know, there's never an obligation. It's just all been part of a community, which I think, well, it's certainly transformed my, well, literally my life. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that. You guys mean so much to me. So yeah, if you've been a long time lurker but you haven't yet subscribed, why not? Because we'd love to have you as part of the family. Serena says, I'm watching from the gym. Oh, that's dedication. That's multitasking. Love that. Well, honestly, get on that treadmill, get through your gym, your workout, and then honestly, I think you deserve a massive big treat afterwards, my love. Sending you lots of love. Mia Culpa says, hi, what can I do for sagging eyelids? I'm 24 with hooded eyes. Honestly, this looks like a planted question. I promise it's not, because my video straight after this one is on eye creams. Everything you can do to improve the eye area, which includes sagging eyes, hooded eyes. There are products that you can do to do that. So definitely would recommend you checking out that video, because it's got all my favorite recommendations in. So Marlene said, so is the mulled wine red or white? Now, so Marlene actually let me into a secret earlier today that mulled wine can exist in a white wine format. Didn't know that was a thing. Literally never heard of that before in my life. So I bought all the things to do it. Well, my grandma bought all the things to do it. And then I thought, no, I want to do this properly. I don't want to rush. So I've gone for the usual, like the red wine option. But I'm definitely going to be mulling some white wine tomorrow, so I can compare and contrast. I had no idea this was a thing. So big shout out to Marlene for calling that out. And I'll let you guys know what I think. But no, this is red. And actually, this is a good point to pause and say, I'm just going to take a sip of my mulled wine, keep the hydration going, which is a great opportunity if you haven't already to click the like button. You just have to minimize the chat, click the like button, then when you maximize the chat, it takes you back to wherever you were, so you don't miss out on anything. I don't measure my worth and value in the number of likes, but YouTube does, bizarrely. Don't know why. So it does really help me in the channel out if you did, so I'd love you forever. I'm going to take a big sip of this. Oh, it just feels so festive. Who does? Oh, I love the holidays so much. Literally so good. So Cindy, welcome, sending lots of love to Texas. Serena says, I've been loving the serum lately. My skin is glowing. We love to glow. We all love to glow here on Mad About Skin, so that makes me so happy. Sarah says, hello skin peeps, hello from Massachusetts. Hello, and sending to Sweet Tree. Big old love to Florida as well. Nala says, hi Rob, is it safe to put tretinoin on the neck area? I've been experiencing irritation. I'm going to say no. It's safe, so there's no reason you can't, but I know the neck, skin on the neck is some of the most sensitive on our body, and I know if I go anywhere near my neck with high-strength retinoids, honestly, it just flares up, angry, really, like, goes into full-on sensitivity mode, so I personally don't. I would use your tretinoin on the rest of the face, and then use something more gentle on the neck, something like the Inculus Granactive Retinoid, something like the ordinary retinoid emulsion, something that's just a bit less harsh, I think is the best way forward for the neck. You don't want to miss the retinoids from the neck because it ages the same way as the rest of our face. But I just think using a very high-strength prescription retinoid is probably not the way forward. Never worked for me. So you're not on your own, my love, and I would go for a weaker option for the neck. Revi says, any Christmas activities you're looking forward to? Everything about Christmas is amazing. What do I love? Spending time with family. So first and foremost, I actually get to see my mum and dad on Christmas for the first time in like 4 years, which is going to be magical because my brothers are going to be there, nieces and nephews. It's going to be fantastic. So that I'm really looking forward to. I love the food. I'm all about the food. It's just really nice to kind of spend some time to chill, to appreciate people, and I love all of that. Decorating the trees, plural, I have more than one Christmas tree, is always a firm favourite of mine, and I just love to see other people having a really good time. Here in the UK, it's definitely Christmas. I know in the US and some other countries you call it the holidays because it incorporates multiple different celebrations. Here in the UK, definitely all about Christmas, but I also have some friends that don't celebrate Christmas, they celebrate other festivals, which is even great great because I can get involved in that. I just love to see people having a good time, which is why I love Christmas and the holidays in general. So I want to know what you guys are doing for Thanksgiving, because again, don't do that here in the UK, but Thanksgiving I know is literally coming up, I think, at the end of this month. So I'd love to know what you guys are doing for Thanksgiving, because I know that's a huge thing over in the States. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone in Canada, because that was a few months ago. Not forgetting you guys out. Jessica, welcome, my love. Great to see you. Angela says, hi, Rob from Colorado. Lots of love to Colorado. Blue says, I just spent 190 euros on the NIOD sale. I spent a lot this year on the NIOD sale, but I always say, commission was going to charity, so I can spend and give back at the same time. Win. Ding, ding, ding. And I stocked up for the year. I always think, you know, I don't like waste, but I know if I'm going to use products for a year, I like to stock up while it's a sale on. Why not? Save a little coin, all that good stuff. So I have stocked up. So hopefully I'll be fine for NIOD products for at least like 10 months. Patty, great to see you, my love. So Patty says, I just stopped by to gently caress the like button as our granddaughter and her parents are on their way for a visit. Patty, I am so excited. I know you don't get to see your family half as much as you would love to because of distance and everything, so it makes me so happy to know that they're on their way, and I hope you have the most amazing time. Give them a lot of love from me too. Nicola says, hello from Paris, sending love. Lots of love, Nicola. Chris, lots of love to Brazil. Sophie, great to see you, my love. So Sophie says, how did the Turkish delight work out? Last week I was making Turkish delight straight after the live. Well remembered, Sophie. We like that. It worked really well. Really nice. I did this as like a trial batch because I like to give as Christmas presents. I like to give like handmade stuff. I did this as like a trial batch to test before, like, you know, preempting any gifts that I might be giving. And it went really well. I think I need to leave it to boil a little bit longer because it was really nice and chewy, but I think it could be even better. So yeah, second batch I think is going to take it up a notch, but I was really impressed. Took ages to do, but it tasted so delicious. Leah, great to see you, my love. So hello from Michigan. Can I use azelaic acid as a buffer between lactic acid and peptides? You actually can, because whilst it seems really weird to be buffering with an acid, because azelaic acid isn't actually in a really low pH, you're absolutely fine. I would say just double check the pH of the product that you're using. Make sure it's between like 5 and 6.5 and you'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, absolutely you can. Teresa says, happy Saturday, Rob. I'm glad to be watching you with my caramel pecan coffee. Oh, this is so good. So she says, with your Got You Covered serum, would it be best to use before or after your copper amino isolate serum? I would use the copper amino isolate first, and then I'd follow with the Mad About Skin serum. I think you'll just get a better penetration of that copper amino isolate serum that way. Because this Mad About Skin serum is quite thick and hydrating, I think it might be difficult for the very watery copper amino isolate serum to fight through it. So I would do it that way for best results. Suzanne said, I'm on time. I love that you noticed that. I always notice things, Suzanne. Can't miss you out, my love. San92 says, when should I start using copper peptides? I don't think there's ever a bad time to start using them, to be honest. I think they can benefit everyone's collagen production. Do we need them in our 20s? Maybe not, but it still will give nice benefits in terms of hydration and supporting the barrier function of the skin. So I personally would start as sooner the better. You know, just make sure that you choose one that meets your budget and you're absolutely good to go. Danny says, my mother will be arriving in the Netherlands tomorrow after 2 years. Oh, do you know what, Danny? That makes me so happy. I know people have really been without their families and loved ones such a long period of time. So Danny, give your mom a massive big hug from me too. And hopefully you've got lots of food, lots of nice drinks and stuff to spoil her rotten, because I'm sure you will. Erica says, hi Rob, I'm looking for a good retinol that I can get from Sephora during the sale. Retinol is a little bit difficult because not a lot of brands actually do it. My favourite is Geek and Gorgeous, which I know you can't get in Sephora, but they will be having a sale later on this month, so that's an option. I love the Medik8 Crystal Retinol. That's amazing. Go for start on something like the 6. I think the level 6 of that one is probably the best and a really nice place to start. I'm not sure if they're sold in Sephora or not. What I will do, my love, is I'll go through the Sephora sale and pick some of my favourites out, and I'll leave it in the comment section below if that's okay, because I just don't know, because we don't have Sephora here in the UK. I don't know exactly what brands they cover or not, but I'll quite happily recommend you some, and I'll leave it in the comment section below. Charlotte says, I love the NIOD neck, but it's pricey even in the sale, and I use it up quick. Any more recommendations for neck creams? Yeah, if you're here in the UK, I can't remember where you are, Charlotte, my love. Here in the UK, the Me Plus range by Superdrug has a gorgeous neck cream that's honestly so good. I absolutely love it. It's game changing. I actually use the Ceramedics ceramide lotion on my neck. I find that works really well. Hydrates, reduces sensitivity, and the ceramides will just help keep everything nothing taut. Just make sure that you take your peptides, particularly your copper peptides, onto the neck, and then top it off with a really nice ceramide moisturizer. I actually think that can add so much benefit. But if you are in the UK and you can get that Superdrug Me Plus neck cream, game changing, love it. Blue says, hi everyone, I want to cover that. Jessica says, I was just wondering what you're going to fragrance option for your cleanser. Oh, so the cleanser, the fragrance cleanser, when it's finally back in stock, has got a beautiful scent. So it's like a really earthy rose. It's a natural rose scent. So you know sometimes you smell rose and it's a bit chemically and a bit overpowering. Not that, it's a very natural earthy rose scent with a little bit of oud thrown in, so it's quite exotic. It's like, if I would say, if you've got like Middle Eastern rose, dark, earthy, but kind of really beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's kind of one of those universal fragrances that I absolutely love it. But we're still going to be stocking the fragrance-free option as well. So you've got both. 10:30 says, I might present my mum to you on the Facebook group. Danny, yes. We want gorgeous glowing skin duo selfie of you and your mum. Honestly, Danny, we'd love to see that. Teresa says, can you layer Exaglow in the same routine with the copper amino isolate serum? By the way, my son is loving your set that I got him. He says the serum is dreamy. Teresa, give my love to your son. I'm so glad he enjoys it. I love to see, do you know what makes me so happy? People, when I see guys under the age of like 40 embracing skincare, this makes me so happy. It shouldn't. This should just be standard. But there's still that misconception that, you know, you guys, oh, you don't need skincare. You don't even need sunscreen. I'm like, no, you really do. And so when I can see people embrace skincare and actually say, do you know what? This is dreamy. It's pleasurable. This is something I actually want to use. It makes me so happy because, and I really like to see a lot of celebrities, even people like Pharrell Williams now promote skincare, you know, and say, actually, it's all about self-care, and it is. We need to get the message out there. Everyone should use skincare. So that's my little rant. But yeah, I'm so glad, Teresa, you got your son the set, and that he's loving it, because that makes me so happy. You can use Exaglow in the same routine as the copper amino isolate serum. I maybe would put a serum in between them if you can. If you've got a nice calming and soothing serum, you could actually, to be honest, you could put the Mad About Skin serum in between them, and then put the Exaglow afterwards. So copper serum, then Exaglow. That could work really well. It doesn't really matter, but I'd say separate them if you can. Let's have a look. Kirsten says, oh god, Daddy, that's great. You guys have a great time. I know, it's something about seeing loved ones for the first time in so long. It just makes me so happy. Sweet Tea says, what's a good dupe for the Sunday Riley good jeans, like the product sample? Then I looked at the price. Yikes. Yes, love the product. Oh, that price point. Now, the problem is, Sweet Tea, we actually have different products. So here in the UK, the Good Jeans is very different to the Good Jeans that's in the US. And I can never remember which is which. So what I'm going to have to do is, if you can cut and paste that comment into the comment section, the main proper comment section of the video, I will get back to you, because I can't actually remember whether the US one is with lactic acid, glycolic acid. It gets very confusing. The thing about Good Jeans, which makes it so effective, is it's ridiculously low pH. This means it can be super sensitizing to people that have skin sensitivity, but it means for those of us that don't, it's super effective, because the low pH really gets to work at eating away at those dead skin cells. So I'll have a look around and see, but I want to just drop it in, because I want to double check what the exact formulation is of the Good Jeans that you guys use. I don't know why it's different across the world. I genuinely don't know that. So like N566 says, what's on the menu tonight? Oh, tonight I have, what are we eating tonight? Fajita night. I think tonight's fajitas. I think. But it might be, so much stuff. I did a big shop today, so there's so much stuff and options. So it'll be a open the fridge, see what I fancy on the day kind of night. But I think it might be fajitas. But this mulled wine is going down really well. I don't even think you can get tipsy from mulled wine, but there's something, maybe I'm just tipsy on festivities. Eric Glover says, Stratia sale starts on Monday. Ooh, we like that. Stratia sale, everyone, on Monday. You heard it here first. Definitely going to be purchasing some of my gold standard, the liquid gold. Love it. So Marlene says, please remember to click that like button for an extra Saturday glow. Yes, you see, Marlene is actually a scientist alongside just being a fantastic moderator, and she's done a study to find that the more likes we get on these videos, the more we glow. I know, who'd have thought it? But on that note, I'm going to take a sip of my mulled wine. So if you haven't already, make sure you minimize the chat, click the like button, then you can maximize the chat, and it'll take you back to wherever you were, so you don't miss a thing. I do always stress, I don't measure my worth or how, anything to do with likes. However, YouTube does. I wish that had changed, but it doesn't. And by everyone, the number of likes that we get determines how much YouTube pushes this video out, so more people can see it on replay, enjoy our live streams, and hopefully join the Mad About Skin family. So I'll leave you to do that. 1 second, have a sip of my mulled wine. One thing about Christmas that did come through the door and possibly might bankrupt me even more than the Decium sale is the Betty's, which is my favourite like tea shop here in the UK. Their Christmas catalogue came through. Oh my gosh, they do this Stollen, which I think you've got that across the world. I know it's a European thing, it's a German thing originally, I think, which is basically like a beautiful Christmas slice with marzipan running through it. Their Stollen looks game-changingly good, and it's wrapped in dark chocolate. Oh, it looks so, so good. So yeah, the Betty's catalogue came through. That might actually be the reason why I'm bankrupt. So I might have to have a whip round, charity whip round, because I might not be able to afford anything after this. So let's see. Reve says, I'm feeling a bit under the weather too. Not sure from sickness, stress, or what. I think, Reve, there's just a lot going around. I think we've kind of had a year and a half of things being very different, and then suddenly things are getting back to normal a little bit, and I think it just stresses all our bodies out. So I'm sending you lots of love. I also do want to give a big, at this point, I know there's lots of people in Europe who are going back into restrictions at the moment because of everything going on. Here in the UK, we're not, which is, you know, I'm forever fortunate for, but I know there's lots of restrictions being imposed in Europe. If that's your case, just know that we're reaching out and sending you lots and lots of love. And we're always here for you on Mad About Skin. You know, with these restrictions, some people say there are necessities, governments see them as a necessity, but sometimes we forget that, you know, the mental impact that can have on people's well-being. So you are never alone, people. If you aren't able to interact with friends and family the way that you want to, know that we're your family and we're here for you online. So I'm sending you so, so much love if that's something. I know the same happens in Australia in certain states. So I'm sending you so, so much love. Just stay safe, stay well, and know that you're loved by all of us, and we would absolutely love to have you keep interacting, because we're here to keep everyone safe, sane through whatever's going on in the world. So that's my little bit out of the way, but just to know you're all loved. Arika says, can you please make a video specifically about the process of getting with a formulator or contract manufacturer to create Mad About Skin? Creating a few products is a goal of mine. I don't know where to start. Absolutely. If you guys would be interested in that kind of behind the scenes style of content, happy to create it. If I'm honest, I went into this like completely didn't know where to start. Reached out to a formulator, and I think the reason I credit a lot of the success of the Mad About Skin skincare line, first and foremost to the support I've got from you guys, which has been amazing, but also to finding a formulator that was genuinely I could work with, respected me, kind of bought into the vision. Because when you think about you starting a brand, you're ordering very small numbers, you know, in the grand scheme of things. When you've got brands that might order 100,000 units of something, and you're coming in to say, can I order 6,000 or 7,000 units of a product? There's a big difference there. And so a lot of manufacturers and formulators are like, yeah, but we're going to give you really bad service, because obviously we're going to prioritize the people that are making 100,000, not the people that are making 5,000. And I think that's quite short-sighted, because as the formulator I worked with said, you have to be in it for the long haul. So all they ask for me is commitment when, fingers crossed, Mad About Skin is a big brand, you know, it's really taken off, that I stay with them to thank them for believing in me when it was small. And I think this is a two-way street. And absolutely, the key thing to me was finding someone that respected what you wanted to do and treated you the same as the big multinational, and knowing that I think that's good business practice, because of course, hopefully when, you know, things get bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm never going to switch for lab or formulators, because they treated me with respect when I needed it and supported me, and I want to do the same back. So I think the main thing is finding someone that you can work with that also meets your ethos and your values. You know, for me, being cruelty-free was really important, and it wasn't just good enough for me that I say my products are cruelty-free. I wanted to work with a lab, with a formulator that was as passionate in cruelty-free skincare as I was, which is again what I found. And they said, yeah, you don't need to worry about a single thing. We only do cruelty-free here. All of our formulations carry that standard, and we can prove it. And like that meant a lot to me. So yeah, that's a bit of a synopsis, but I'm happy to film a video. Yeah, if you guys would be interested in that, more than happy to do that. Cindy says, I love the ordinary retinol emulsion, but I don't like that it only lasts 3 months. Can I use it for 6 months instead? Is using expired retinol dangerous? So it's not. Put that out there. Very few skincare products are dangerous if you use them after the expiry date. They just might be less effective than they were, you know, before the expiry date, if that makes sense. And don't worry, once it gets that expiry date, it doesn't stop being effective like that. It's just at that point, the effectiveness diminishes. Now, for some people, it might be a case of, so take the Mad About Skin serum, for example. So when you test it to see how effective it is and when the use by date should be, we tested it for in conditions which mimic the process it will go through over 6 months. It was still fine at the end of that 6 months, so we could slap a label on saying 6 months once it's open, use within 6 months. However, we didn't test it beyond 6 months. It could still be fine at month, 24. I have no idea. We stopped at that point because it was like, actually, this is the time point we want to focus on. So a lot of brands will just say 3 months, 6 months, because that's what it was tested up to. They never took the testing beyond that. Some might not. So definitely worth thinking about that. Products don't stop working once they get to the expiry date, but I would always be mindful that they're probably going to become less effective over time. And, think about it. If you haven't used the product up in that 3-month period, is it because you're not using it every day? Do you want to, can you up the use so you don't waste that? I don't know, just think about how it fits into your routine. But yes, you can absolutely use it a little bit after. There's going to be no problems. Tom's been leaving some links, by the way, to anyone that wants to join our Facebook group. We would love to have you there because, honestly, this is a family here on Mad About Skin, but the Facebook group is like that intimate little gathering that we have. It's so good. We'd love to have you there. Let's have a look. Kirsten says, so I have your serum, but I also bought the sub-Q skin serum because of your reviews. I'm just wondering where it should fit into this routine. Can I use both together? You can use both together, morning and evening. I'd use the sub-Q first and followed by the Mad About Skin serum because I actually find the sub-Q leaves a really nice hydration on the skin, and you lock it in with my serum. Beautiful pairing. So Suzanne says, I don't mix the two, but are you allowed to use spot treatment in salicylate acid on a retinol night? Absolutely. Yeah, in fact, it's fine to use it because the succinic acid, which the main ingredient is sulfur, is calming and soothing on the skin. So retinol can be quite aggressive on the skin. So having a calming and soothing ingredient like sulfur isn't a bad idea. They work really well together. Alec says, oh no, so I was replying to Sweet Tea. That's absolutely fine. William says, Rob, did you enjoy my first Decium unboxing video? Yeah, I checked it out, William. Thank you so much for filming. I love to see, you guys know I love to see unboxing videos over on the Facebook group. So thank you very much, William, for filming that. And if anybody else wants to share an unboxing of their products, I would absolutely love to see it over on Facebook. I always watch through, before I go to bed, I always, watch through as much as I can over on the Facebook group. Don't always get a chance to comment on everything because honestly, so much comes in. But I do love to watch all of your content. My favourite things are unboxings. I love full skincare routines. Just pictures of you, proudly showing off the skin and the work that you've put into achieving it. Makes me so happy. So yeah, guys, go over, join the Facebook group, film your routines, I would love to see it all. So let's have a look and see. Jessie, welcome, my love, says, I haven't done my morning routine yet, but I will soon. We love someone to do the morning or evening routine alongside us here on the live stream. Sugarless, great to see you, my love, says, I wanted to go to the US, but no room in the car. On the plus side, I'll be uninterrupted for the next 2 Facebook, YouTube lives. A little rugrat on the way. Either way, sending you lots and lots of love. Enjoy. It's a shame you couldn't go on holiday, but I tell you what, at least you get some time to yourself to relax. We're here for you, my love. And thank you so much for joining. Alex says, Versed Gel Cleanser contains lactic acid. It's good. I love that gel cleanser. Really good product. Definitely recommend it. Amy, great to see you, my love. Sea Shines, also great to see you. Says, watching even with a migraine with one eye open. Sea Shines, honestly, sit back. Just let it sink in. I know how bad migraines can be, so I'm sending you so much love, and I hope you recover soon. Monica, great to see you, my love. We've missed you. Where have you been? so great to see you, my love. Oh, I've done that thing. First time today where I've lost where I am in the chat. This is the first time I've done that today, though. So, you know what? We're improving. We are getting better. So let me just quickly scroll through and find where I actually was. Oh, gosh, I'm really behind with all these. I'm going to speed up. Let's see. So, Sandra, welcome, my love. So good to see you. Says, I enjoyed the live so much, but sending my apologies for next weekend. Our son is eventually getting married the 3rd attempt. We'll be part of the replay squad. Sandra, oh, that is so good to hear. I hope your son has the most wonderful wedding. I know so many people have had to cancel, rearrange. It is such a hassle. So I hope it will all be worth waiting for. And I love the fact that you can finally enjoy it. So have fun. Don't forget to take lots of pictures, and we will I hope you have just the most amazing time. Suzanne, great to see you. Mark, great to see you. Says, hi Rob, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, hon. 47-year-old combination skin, really focused on anti-aging. Same here. Between the ordinary copper buffet and sub-Q, which would you recommend and why? So I think for anti-aging, there's 2 that I would always recommend. the Copper Amino Isolate Serum by Neod, or the Sub-Q Skin by Hylamide. First and foremost, think, Mark, what is your budget? Can you afford to use the Neod Copper Amino Isolate Serum religiously every single day and commit to it for at least 6 months? So that 6-month period is going to probably take 3 of the bottles. Can you afford that? That's the first question you can ask, because if you can't, it's better to use the Sub-Q Skin, which is like half the price, and use it consistently than it is to reach for the Neod, use it off and on because you're worried about the price. So that's the first thing I always say. If the money works for you and fits your budget and what you're looking to spend on skincare, then I would personally reach for the Copper Amino Isolate Serum. They actually have a very similar formulation, strength and concentrations, but the way that the Neod one is formulated, it means that more of the peptides get to where they need to be in the skin to do their work, so you get less wastage. It just means that you're going to get a higher efficacy, you're going to get more bang for your buck, and it's going to give you results really, really quick. So I personally would reach for the Neod if your price allows, but I always say to people, never push yourself, because there's nothing worse than buying skincare that's a little bit out of your price point and using it really sparingly because you want to make it last as long as possible, because actually you should be using the right amount every single day, and that's what's going to give you the best results. So that would be my synopsis, Mark. So think about your price point and then work out which, because they're both fantastic and they'll both give really great results. Chris says, I was watching your videos on azelaic acid and I wanted to try it. My current routine, adapalene for acne. I'm not sure if I should keep using it or just substitute it. I use azelaic acid and adapalene together, Chris, and I get really good results. It's really good because azelaic acid will actually minimize any redness, peeling, and irritation that you get from the adapalene, so they work really well together. Also, adapalene helps to minimize the amount of redness and inflammation associated with your acne, but azelaic acid actually dials back the acne-causing bacteria, so you'll get so much extra benefit. I would definitely recommend that you use your azelaic acid alongside your adapalene for best results, but maybe start with something like a 5%. That way, you're not going to risk any sensitivity and irritation. Works beautifully. Reva says, in a week, I'll be heading to Chicago to see my family for a couple of months. I haven't left Madrid in over 2 years. I can't wait. Reve, that makes me so happy, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Stock up on some great American skincare when you're over there, and make sure you take the family over some really nice European skincare. A little bit of Bioderma, that'll be really good. Oh, a little bit of Geek and Gorgeous. Take them over some of the stuff that I know that isn't always that easy to get in the States. I hope you have the most wonderful time. Tom says, hi to everyone watching today from bed. Yes, Tom, not feeling his best self. Just going to put it out there, a little bit of cold and flu. So we need to send Tom the biggest hug. I've told him, stay warm, stay in bed, and stay hydrated. Key things. Definitely, it'll help make you feel better. So sending Tom lots of love. But what will definitely make Tom better is he gets a personal shout out in the video that's coming straight after today's live stream. Just put that spoiler out there. If that doesn't cheer him up, nothing will. Just saying. Sarah says, Josie Man is everything. I agree. Love their sunscreens. Elias says, good morning from New South Wales. Sending you lots and lots of love, Elias. Great to see you, my love. Sugarless says, Rob, maybe you can chat about concealers. You mentioned you use them. P.S. What's your favourite, chickens or cats? Oh, I can't choose between chickens and cats. Chickens. I love my cats. I love my cats to bits, but chickens just other level happiness. Amazing. But I do love my cats. In terms of concealers, yeah, I'm happy to talk about concealers. I think it's one of those things we're kind of a little bit ashamed to talk about because people feel that their skin should just be so good that you never have to conceal everything. Now, you don't have to hide your imperfections. I celebrate my imperfections, and trust me, I have many of them. But sometimes I do just like to whack a little bit of concealer on to just dial everything back. I'm on camera an awful lot, and it is quite self-conscious. You know, I tend to use concealer just to hide the odd bit of hyperpigmentation and the odd fading blemish. Nothing more than that. I personally prefer concealer to foundation because I feel like when you put foundation all over the skin, it really masks the great work that we've done with our skincare. I like the skin to shine through, and this was actually a tip I learned from Lisa Eldridge, who's one of my favorite YouTubers. She's so good. And she said, actually only use foundation and concealer where you need it. Don't use it all over your skin because that way you'll let your natural radiance shine through. So I just use a little bit of pinpoint concealer. The two I use, I absolutely adore the ordinary concealer. The only problem is you have to do a bit of trial and error to work out which is the right shade for you, because honestly the shade matching on the website not that great, but when you finally got your shade, so inexpensive, it works really well. I also like to use the Face Theory foundation. They do a new foundation as a concealer that works really well, and I'd say that those two are probably my favorite ones of all the ones out there. But yeah, I'm happy to do a video if people think it'd be interesting. Let's have a look and see. Megan, welcome. Megan says, "Hi Rob, massive thank you for your recent videos and sale info for Decium. I'll be watching the Geek and Gorgeous. Your recommended products are making my skin glow and my wallet grateful." This is it. Who doesn't love a saving? I'll be all over that Geek and Gorgeous sale. I actually filmed today the video of like my favourites and what I'll be buying in the sale. It's technically embargoed. Technically, I shouldn't be telling you guys. But just as a quick heads up, 23rd, you're going to be getting the Geek and Gorgeous sale for 3 days only. I wish to do it the whole of November because I like time to shop and think about it. You're only getting 3 days, but do you know what? You can't look a sale in the mouth, and if it saves us a bit of money, who doesn't love that? In terms of what I'm going to be buying from Geek and Gorgeous, you guys know, first thing in my basket was a couple of bottles of their A-Game 10. That's my favourite retinol, hands down. So good. I might put a couple of extra on because I want my mum to try it because I think it'll work really well for her quite sensitive skin. I'll start her on the 5 because I think that's probably best for sensitive skin, whereas I use the 10. Also, obviously going to be putting on there some of the Stress Less serum. I go through that so quickly, but it works really, really well for my skin. So we're piling in the Stress Less. I'll probably get like 3 or 4 bottles of that because it's only £5 and it works so well. And the Calm Down Exfoliator I really, really like. So yeah, coming up in the video on the 23rd will be my recommendations for what I think are really good if you want to get your hands on some Geek and Gorgeous. And the good thing is all of the commission from the affiliate links and that will be added to the pile. We're over £5,000 donation to charity for the month of November already, and we're not even halfway through, which is just like mind-blowing. And it's growing by like £300 a day, which is absolutely fantastic. So got the Geek and Gorgeous to add to that. It's just going to be an amazing, amazing opportunity. For those of you wondering about the charities and all of that good stuff, I've done like a short list of charities that I think we should support. I'm going to list them on the Facebook group and ask you guys to vote for them. And because we've raised so much money, I'm actually going to split it amongst a couple of charities so that we can kind of spread the love. But yeah, definitely join the Facebook group because you'll be able to have a say and an input into the charities that we use. And we'll also be able to show you all the receipts, the totals and all of that good stuff when it comes to our charitable donation. But thank you for everyone that shopped using the links this month. It's meant the world to me and it means we can do some good. You know, the best way to glow, to get glowing skin is to know that you're doing some good in the world, and hopefully this has upped everyone's glow game, which I love. Sarah says, does anyone have any recommendations for moisturizers to use with retinoid for acne prone skin? Yeah, I love anything with ceramides and panthenol. Those are my 2 favorites because panthenol will calm and soothe, ceramides will keep the hydration and the barrier going. Face Theory do some really good ones there. CeraQuench, game changing. I love that. Make Prem do a really nice one. The Mad About Skin Moisturizer has those 2 ingredients in as well. You don't have to buy, I'm only joking, you don't have to buy from my skincare line, but there's some really good ones out there. I'd look for panthenol and ceramides as the 2 things which I think work best in terms of moisturizers to offset the side effects from your retinoids. Also, urea is always a nice added benefit as well because that'll exfoliate to get rid of some of the dry skin the retinoid can cause, but it also does calm and soothe. Sun and Anchors, love that name. It says, hi Rob, love your reviews on your channel. Thank you so much. We have so many new people. This is a really busy live stream. We have so many new people. So if you're watching for the first time, thank you so much. It's great to have you here. If you're not, if you're one of the OG crew, you guys know I love you and I mean it when I say it. Here on Mad About Skin, we do these live streams every Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. European time, 1 p.m. East Coast time, 10 a.m. West Coast time. There you go. A few more time zones. So I'm going to learn the Australian times. I need your help, Elizabeth. Tell me what time these go live in Australia. So at least one of the time zones in Australia. So I can include that in next week's rundown as well. If you haven't already, I'm going to take a sip of my mulled wine before it gets cold because that would be a travesty. And if you haven't already, if you could click that like button, you can minimize the chat, click the like button, then when you maximize the chat, it takes you back to where you started so you don't miss anything. We're almost at 100 likes. I know we're going to smash through that easily, but it means the world to me. We've still got 40 minutes worth of questions to go through, but just by liking the video, it tells YouTube that the content is worth watching and it pushes it out to more people, so I do really appreciate it. It's so good. So good. Let's have a look and see. Sun and Anchor said, I love eye creams. Yeah, well, you won't be disappointed because the video that goes live straight after this one is all about eye creams. My favourite eye creams of 2021 and the ones that actually work. How many times do we reach for an eye cream or a serum and it does nothing? They promise the earth and they deliver nothing and we just left out of pocket. Not with these ones. These are all game changing. You can probably all guess which my current favourite one is if you've watched the channel before, but there's lots of other ones for all different budgets, different skin concerns. I think you guys will love. We've got yes, and Anchor says I'm 35 and I definitely love and use them. It was around age 33 that I started to think, you know what, an eye cream, if you choose the right ones, add a lot of value to your skincare routine, which is why I'm happy to promote them. Even though a lot of YouTubers and influencers say they're wasting money, if you choose the right ones, they're really not. Sarah, welcome, my love. Great to see you. Also a huge fan of eye creams. We've got Jessie says 35 here, and I've recently started using eye creams and I love them. I think we've got a lot of eye cream love here. Elias says, Rob, any benzoyl peroxide recommendations? Do you know what, Elias? Drugstore is your friend. Benzoyl peroxide, super inexpensive to formulate with. You doesn't need any sophisticated things. Cleansers, it's one of the few ingredients that actually works in a cleanser to give some meaningful benefit before you rinse it off. I would say go for a cleanser, go for the drugstore. Don't overpay for it because all benzoyl peroxide is pretty much the same. And in a cleanser, it won't strip and dry the skin too much. April says, what's mulled wine? You drink wine hot? Yes. So April, so yeah, mulled wine is this. I think it might be a European thing. But I might be wrong. Where basically you take red wine, though you can do it with white wine. You add some spices like cinnamon, cloves, just winter spices, warm it up and you drink it warm and all that spice kind of infuses into it. So good. Definitely worth checking out. If you're feeling a little bit lazy, which sometimes I am, you can actually buy like mulled wine in a bottle that you just heat through. You can even heat it in a jug, in a cup, in the microwave. And they're actually not that bad. The spices are still quite good. I know that somewhere that Marlene is like ducking and saying, oh, I can't believe he said that, because I do know the French are mulled wine purists. I'm sure the Germans are as well, because I think it was actually Glühwein, which is the German equivalent, were probably the ones that started it all. So I'm not advocating that you buy it pre-made in the glass and warm it up in the microwave, but I have been known to do that. So look, Annika says, my mother lives in Germany. They have new restrictions too. I hope I don't get them here in Sweden. I know. So Annika, I know as a business owner, it's so difficult in hospitality to have restrictions. 1 minute they're not, then more. My heart goes out to everybody. And if you're finding in Europe in particular that, you're finding a few more restrictions, just know that we're here for you. Hopefully we don't get the same here in the UK, but who knows what's around the corner. So all we can do is be there for each other and send lots and lots of love. Sweet Tea says, eye cream from the fridge is awesome. Love it. I agree. I keep all mine in the fridge. Extra, just helps contour, keep puffiness to a minimum. Good Coffee says, hi, I love your attitude. Thank you so much, my love. I love all of you guys. Angela says, I actually need an eye cream because of melia. My regular moisturizer is way too heavy. So Angela, I actually cover in this video the best moisturizers for minimizing and eradicating melia. So it's definitely going to be a video you want to catch, because it's really difficult to find one that doesn't cause melia, which are the little bumps under the eye, but also can help treat it. Let's have a look. Yeah, Tom says, thank you for everyone for all the love. Just a cold or flu, so we'll be better soon. I think Tom but I know he's not been feeling very well, but like I say, on the mend now, which is good, because I never like to see anyone not feeling good. We're all about, literally all team Mad About Skin went down feeling ill on the same day. Nothing, no conspiracy theories here, people. But all of us literally on the same day, because Marlene also has been full on cold. So between us all, we're all better now, hopefully. Can lactic acid purge? It can. It does increase cellular turnover, so it can cause a purge. I find of all the exfoliating acids, it's the one that makes you purge the least, in my experience, though. Seashine says, repairing my compromised skin barrier, the Mad About Skin cleanser is helping so much. This makes me so happy, and I wanted it to be literally the most gentle cleanser out there, and I'm so glad that you guys agree, because I think sometimes when you formulate something and you create it yourself, you believe all of your own claims and hype, because, well, you've bought into it, you formulated it. So to hear you guys say it, just makes me so happy. Charlotte says, I love your serum. It's now my everyday morning serum. I don't use any other serum now, as I know it's got me covered. It's in the name, Charlotte. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's made me so happy. Razorwing says, subscribing was one of the best decisions I made this year. The fact that you guys exist in my life is every day I'm blessed for that, and I just thank you all so much. And I would say to anybody that's just maybe feeling a little bit maybe feeling less inspired, we're all one family here, so join us. Click that subscribe button, and honestly, I promise you, we're all here. And join the Facebook group. Lots of people talk about how toxic the online community is, in terms of like social media, and there is a lot of toxicity out there. Not in the Facebook group. Honestly, we just share love. We celebrate people's imperfections. We proudly show our skin off to the world, because you know what, we're all unique, we're all special, and we're all amazing. And I get so much confidence for my own skin and my own life from that Facebook group. Honestly, you guys, it does really mean the world to me. And I always say this: it was seeing you guys do your own routines that actually gave me the confidence to film my first skincare routine. And a lot of people think, well, isn't that kind of your job? Like, what do you mean you needed someone else to kind of give you the confidence to do it? When you've suffered with adult acne all your life, like, it's really difficult to go makeup concealer free, bare face in front of everybody. And I would never have done it if it wasn't for you guys leading the way. And I'm forever grateful for that. So if you haven't already, guys, join that Facebook group. It's so much fun. Interact as much or as little as you want. There's no obligation. Just promise me that, you know, you'll be a positive influence over there, because we'd love to have you. Reve says, what products should be used for or avoided with NIOD's Copper Amino Isolate Serum and Survival? So I would just say low pH products. The only thing you need to think about with those two is the pH. So exfoliating acids, vitamin C serums. Both of those come in an acidic pH and will denature some of the copper peptides. I don't think it's a huge issue, because all you can do is rebalance the skin. So I like to use my vitamin C and my exfoliator early on in the routine. Then I put the Geek and Gorgeous Stress Less Serum that just neutralizes everything, balances it all out in the skin. And then you can put whatever you want on afterwards and it won't impact them. It's the pH rather than the ingredients that matter, if that makes sense. And just make sure you've got that neutralizing step. Find a nice calming and soothing hydrating serum. My preference is that Geek and Gorgeous Stress Less, but you can use the Make Prem Essence, beautiful. Your favorite toner would work. Just find something with a neutral pH of around a 5, 5.5, and everything else can be used after it. Suzanne says, I love you in that white shirt, Rob. You're like $1,000,000. Do you know what? Actually, Suzanne, this is the lighting. This is actually canary yellow. Can you believe it? It picks up as white. I don't know how. This is actually like super bright canary yellow. I don't know. I know. I actually look like, someone said I look like Big Bird in this, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But yeah, this is actually Big Bird yellow. But it does come off as white on here. But thank you ever so much, my love. I'm here for the compliments. Analia says, I love a good savings, but couldn't wait for the Geek and Gorgeous sale because I was almost out of my Holy Grail A game. But I used your link a week ago. Hopefully next year my timing will be up for the sale. Well, do you know what? Still, if you use the link, thank you so much. And it's all going in the same pot. So even if you bought this month and used the link, it's still all going in the same pot. Because from Geek and Gorgeous, I think we've already raised, I think it's something like €400 so far, to add to the pot that already exists from the Decium sale, and that'll only go up when we have the sale. So yeah, you guys are amazing. I don't know what the total is going to end up as, but I know that we can do so much good, because Christmas, the holidays around the corner, and lots of people in this world don't have what we are fortunate to have, and if we can support people, why not? Why not? And if we can enjoy some amazing skincare and a saving at the same time, literally Holy Grail. Now we are 5 likes away from 100. I'm going to take a sip. We've still got half an hour to go. We're going to keep going with those questions. So I'm going to have a really big gulp of my mulled wine. If you haven't already, if you could click that like button, minimize the chat, click the like button, maximize the chat, back to where you started. Do you know, I say that way too much, don't I? That's all the hydration I need. So Emily says, I got the Face Theory eye cream free with my last order. It's surprisingly big tube, and despite my general dislike of eye creams, I might repurchase. So, spoiler alert, that is mentioned, Emily, in my favourite eye creams video. I'm the same as you. I kind of first of all, I hated the name. It's called something like Uawake or something like that. I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce Beauty of Joseon properly, so I have no chance of pronouncing that. So I was determined to dislike it because of the name. Then I tried it. I was like, yeah, this is kind of good. Kind of good. I don't know if Face Theory are doing a Black Friday sale. I'll find out. I will find out. I genuinely have no idea if that's the case, but I will find out. So when he says, Rob, ever use a salicylic acid cleanser before applying vitamin C, as Dr. Dre suggests you do? So I did see Dr. Dre suggest this. This is to do with the pH. So obviously the salicylic acid cleanser has a low pH. You then apply the vitamin C onto an already low pH, which is supposed to make it absorb better. You get more efficaciousness from it. I do believe in all of that. The science is there to support that. I just don't need a salicylic acid cleanser in my life every single day, so I don't. I think it's definitely good. If you like to use a salicylic acid cleanser and you use a vitamin C, then you will get more bang for your buck from your vitamin C, definitely. And I love Dr. Dre and her content. Just for me, I don't use a salicylic acid serum every single week, which is kind of what every single day, which is why I don't personally do that. But the science behind it, can't argue with it, definitely works. Amy, great to see you, my love. Sending lots of love to Dubai. Avishka, I hope I pronounced that right, says, what's a good hyperpigmentation treatment for darker skin? I've used Neod Repigment for about a year with no luck. I do think Neod Repigment works better on fairer Caucasian skin, in my experience. I know a lot of people with deeper, darker and richer skin tones have said it's not been as good in terms of the results than what, say, I've got. And I know that to be the case, but we've got to remember, actually, whilst inside us, we're all the same no matter what our skin tone. The tonality of your skin does impact how certain products are going to work. So in the case of deeper and darker skin tones, they tend to have larger melanocytes, which is what produces that pigment. This has a material difference on how different products will work. I know from watching, content creators with darker skin tones and their own experience that they say that the azelaic acid and tranexamic acid are some of the best pigment correctors out there, because if you use too higher strength or harsh an exfoliating acid on darker skin, it can trigger these melanocytes and actually create more hyperpigmentation. So I would personally recommend reaching for a nice combination of tranexamic acid and azelaic acid. You can buy them separately and just use them together in a routine. I know from a lot of deeper, darker, richer skinned toned content creators, that's what they say works best for them. So hopefully that's been useful. I can only share other people's recommendations, but hopefully that'll work, because I do know that the repigment works so well for me. But I always say all our skin is unique. It's what makes us special. So what works really well for me won't necessarily work well for everybody, and vice versa. And I think this is probably the case with the repigment on deeper, darker, and richer skin tones. So hopefully that's giving you a little bit of alternatives as well. Sweet Tea says, I've never had mulled wine. I've always done hot apple cider. Actually, do you know what, Sweet Tea? I think hot apple cider is really, really good as well. So I'm totally on board with that. I just think I like warm drinks in the winter. There's nothing more comforting than sat there with the fire on, your warm drink, you've got your blanket around you. Game changing. Revis says, this will be my first Thanksgiving with my family in a decade. My youngest nephew's first Christmas and my grandpa's first Christmas with us since moving in with my parents. Literally, that sounds like the perfect family Christmas. I hope you have just the most wonderful time. Elizabeth says, spiced rum sounds nice. It is really nice, actually, Elizabeth. It is so good. Blue says, so Blue says, thanks, Tom. I never joined it. Didn't know. That's okay, Blue. You know what? People ask, this is the thing. We've got so many new people joining all the time. The way that it works is I go through the questions in the order that which they're asked. That just gives everyone a chance to get their question answered. So you only need to leave it once. I know there are so many live streams out there where you literally have to ask the question so many times to actually get the answer. We kind of want to keep it fair here on Mad About Skin, so we just answer them in the order. So you'd be more than welcome to answer your question. And I always say to people, if I miss your question for whatever reason, just drop it in the comment section below. I answer all the comments on these live streams. So if I don't get around to your question or I miss it, or you have to leave before it's answered, just drop it in the comment section below and I promise I'll get back to you. But we love you, and thank you, Blue, for joining. Honestly, thank you so much for joining. For anyone that's watching out there for the first time, sending lots of love. We do these every single week, and honestly, they're the highlight of my week. I love them so much. Sweet Tea says, it makes the cider taste like caramel apples. That's true. When you warm it, it tastes so good. Jessie said, having Thanksgiving with my family for the first time in like 2 years. Super excited. Love you, Jessie. So Sweet Tea's doing a small Thanksgiving, some family stuff, olive flux. Sometimes small is good, actually. It means you can have that really nice quality time. I love that. Beth, great to see you, my love. Says, happy to join for the first live. We have got so many people joining for the first time. Beth, it is so good to have you, my love. Thank you so much for your support, and thanks for joining us here on the Mad About Skin live streams. Sarah says, excited for Thanksgiving with my family, especially after staying away from everyone last year. Lots of great food, family, and wine. Honestly, the food makes it. I don't care what holiday. I don't matter what your religion, what your holiday celebrations are. It's the food that makes it. Whatever your culture, religion, celebration, it's the food, isn't it? The family and the food. I think this is universal. And I'd love to know. I want to know over on, we might start like a little bit of a holidays thread over on the Facebook group, because I want to know what you're decorating. I want to know what you're eating. I love to, my favorite thing in the world is to travel and try everyone's food. So we have viewers of Mad About Skin from the 4 corners of the world. So I want to know what your holiday, whichever festivals you're celebrating, what your food is. I want pictures. Oh, it just makes me so happy, because I love nothing more in life than food. So it says, oh, okay, William, I think telepathy there, because William says, any predictions on skincare trends for 2022? Well, tomorrow's video is actually on skincare trends for 2022. I promise I didn't put William up to asking that question, just telepathy. So yeah, I've got a couple of things that are going to be big. I won't want to spoiler the video too much. I'll have to wait for tomorrow, but I'll give you a couple of heads up. Things that are going to be big for next year: waterless skincare. So big focus at the moment on environmental impact. There's a lot of brands are realizing that actually, if you you don't add water to the product, I'm talking things like shampoo bars, soap, physical cleansing soaps rather than products, and actually take out that water and then you add it back when you're ready to use it. It cuts down on the weight, which means less air miles, less carbon emissions. Obviously, it's easier to use. I think waterless skincare is going to be huge. Cleansing bars, when we think to soap bars, it always thinks stripping and drying. There's actually some really, really great bar cleansers at the moment for all skin types. Maybe except for the most sensitive out there, it probably won't work. So I think that's going to be a big, big thing to look out for next year. Streamline is going to continue to be a big thing. I think we've already seen that a little bit this year, with people trying to minimize the total amount of steps in their routine. A lot of people going back to the office, back to work, so trying to streamline things. So I think that trend's going to continue. Hopefully that means we get some really good multi-purpose serums out of next year, because I still think brands are creating standalone active serums, which is great, but I think that trend was like 3 years ago and we've moved on a little bit. Facial tools are going to be huge, from the LED masks to the massage tools. I'm not huge on that. I've got an LED mask, I love it, but I do think when it comes to facial tools, our hands are like the best things going. They're free. Wash your hands, do a facial massage, doesn't cost you anything, great benefits. So I think that'll be a big trend next year. And if I'm going to give, if you want my opinions on what's coming, there is going to be one big skincare launch next year, and that's going to be from James Welsh. He's going to launch a skincare line with Glow Recipe. I put it out there. I have no insider knowledge. Just for the record, I don't know that to be the case. I literally have no idea. He's not told me. Before you all jump on and say, oh, I spilled the beans, I have no idea. That is just a total guess. But I think he's definitely going to have a skincare line next year. I'm almost certain of that. And my money will be on with Glow Recipe. I think I chose to create my skincare brand from scratch. That is quite difficult, and I never judge people when people say, well, why wouldn't you just start it from scratch? I think a lot of people were surprised when Hiram did his collaboration with the Inculist, launched his in collaboration with the Inculist. It's easier to do when you work with a brand because they've already got the facilities. It's just easier. It's a lot easier, and sometimes it's quicker. It's actually a lot quicker to do it with a brand. I did it from scratch because I wanted to literally own everything from end to end. I'm a bit of a control freak, but it isn't the easiest approach. So, which is why I think James Welsh, when he's ready to launch his line, will do it in collaboration with someone. I don't personally like Glow Recipe that much as a brand. I think the brand's great. I just don't like the products that much. But I know he loves it, and I think it's really important you partner with a brand that you know, you trust, and you love, which is why it seems like quite an easy fit. So that would be my prediction, but I don't know that for a fact. I don't know that so before you all message James Welsh and be like, Rob's told you a secret. I don't know. So Angela says, I love your channel. I was wondering how I could rehydrate through the day. I live in a really dry area. Yes, mists. But make sure you choose a mist with an oil component to it, because if you're just spraying water on the skin, it evaporates and takes with it some additional hydration. So I would get a really nice mist that has some oils within there. I love the Ciaris Rose Mist. That's great. It's got calming and soothing hydrators. It's also got some oils to provide a bit of occlusivity to the skin, which will hydrate. It also won't break apart your makeup, so you can apply it on the top looking gorgeous. That would be my recommendation. Beth says, if you use a cleanser with an alpha hydroxy acid like the Face Theory Clarifying, love that product, do you need to buff it after because of the serums, or it doesn't matter since it was washed off? Because it's washed off, it doesn't have the same impact as a leave-on treatment, so that is right. I would still buffer personally, but that's personal preference. You don't need to, because like you say, you're washing it off, so you already got that element of neutralizing with the water. Angela says, oh, another Angela in a dry area. That's awesome. We have a lot of Angelas supporting Mad About Skin, which I love. So shout out to all the Angelas out there. Annika says, I've heard that tanning beds will be hot again in 2022, and so will be foil on the beach. Annika, no. Trends that I'm happy to see never return. Tanning beds. Tanning oil, where you used to put that carrot oil on, it was like SPF 2. No, definitely happy to see the walnut scrubs and just the nut scrubs in general disappear. These are all trends that I think we've all lived through. Bicarbonate of soda and lemon juice on the skin. It's another one can go. Let's just leave all those behind, shall we? Amy says, Angela here too. We've got a lot of Angelas in the world, and I love that. I'm living for that. Oh yeah, so Sweet Tea says, Annika, tanning bed equals fork in the microwave. Yes. Don't do it. You'll know why. Sarah says, on my second tube of the Geek and Gorgeous A-Game 5 without any irritation at all, do you think it'll be ready for the A-Game 10? I think so. I say a tube you normally lasts a month and a half, so you've probably been using it for like 3 months by the time you finish that tube. I would go for the 10. I think you'd be ready for it because it's such a nice formulation. It's hydrating. I honestly don't think you'll have too many issues with it at all. So yeah, I think your skin's ready. Christina, welcome, my love, says, I'm currently 9 hours done, 15 hours left. Oh, Christina, my love. You know what? That when you can watch on replay, it'll be so worth it because you've worked so hard, Christina. I love you, and a big shout out for anyone that's working those long hours to keep everything going in the current climate. April says, recommendations for cleansing balms in drugstore price range, please. I love the Q&A skincare, hyaluronic acid and the grapefruit cleansing. Love that. I like the Beauty of Yosin cleansing balm. I love the Juno Clean 10 balm. That's like $10 and is game changing. Those would be my recommendations. HRH Sophia says, hello Rob, I've missed a bunch, but I'm here today. We've missed you, my love, and I'm so glad that you're here. Says, belated congrats on the launch. Thank you so much. And it's so good to hear you, my love. I hope everything's good for you. Oh yeah, Amy says, Juno cleansing balm is $10 right now. Get it while it's in the sale, people. So good. You won't regret it. Suzanne said, going through my cosmetic inventory, kind of tough with 4 cats roaming, I know. Is there anything that cats don't get involved in? Like, literally everything my cats are in. They love it. Sugarless says, is retinol resurface stronger or weaker than the A-Game 5? I'd say it's a little bit weaker. Says, how come you never mention Iliune concentrate? It's not cruelty-free. It's not. I don't believe it's cruelty-free. I don't think it is, but I'm not sure about that. I need to check. I just haven't really used Iliune as a brand. I've got so much skincare on the go and so much in stock that I want to try. I just haven't actually, reached for it and tried it yet. I'll have to look to see if they are cruelty free. I don't know. It's just not a brand that I've reached for. Happy to take any recommendations though, so sound off in the comment section below with your Iliune recommendations. Sarcastic Sweetie, love that name, says, can you review some Indian skincare brands? I did a recent review on Be Minimalist Skincare, loved it, so definitely worth checking that because that's one of my favourite brands out of India. Sarah says, glycolic UK, lactic US for the good genes. That's the way around. So it's because it's not as good, isn't the UK one? I like lactic acid, so that kind of makes sense. When I go to the US, I might stock up on the lactic acid one. Monica says, fajitas sound good. Oh my gosh, how far behind am I with these comments? I am so bad. I'm so bad. Joel says, what's my favourite retinaldehyde product? I love the Crystal Medicate by Medicate Crystal Retinal. I also love Geek and Gorgeous. Both so good. Sophie says, good genes in the US is lactic acid, UK is glycolic. Yeah, I need to remember which way around it is. I definitely need to remember that. So Paula says, I made my mistake last night. I sandwiched my Tret between moisturiser and the cleanser. Oh, no. This is one thing I will say. I wanted all the packaging on the Mad About Skin products to look similar, so it kind of has a cohesion to it. But whilst they're different sizes, the moisturiser and the cleanser do look vaguely similar. Don't do what Paula did. Definitely don't layer cleanser with your Tret. I'm so sorry, Paula, my love. But that did give me a little bit of the smile, and I love you for it. Love you so much for it. Annika says, Stollen is definitely German. Stollen is game-changing. Love it. Razorwing said, yeah, Stollen is German, and in Austria we also have some amazing Stollen. I think it started in Germany, and it's now like a bit of a European thing. I'm sure there's variations. I need to do like a grand tour of Europe, trying to Stollen from different countries. Let's have a look. So Jana says, hi, greetings from all from Slovakia. I decided to splurge on Neod. Everyone loves the copper amino isolate serum. And after 3 uses, I have a reaction, blemishes. Anyone else? Obviously, some people's skin is different. I personally, and I'm quite blemish prone, I haven't had an issue with it. But I do think it'll all depend on different skin types. So share, guys. Has anyone else had that reaction? Let's have a look. Now, we have 15 minutes left until today's video, which is all about... what is it about? Eye creams. I had to think about that. I was like, what's it about? Eye creams. So I would love to know what your favourite eye creams are. We've got so much left to go. So I'm going to be going through all of your comments. You're not going to miss anything. We're going to speed it up a little bit to get through them all. But hopefully you'll be able to join me after this live stream in 15 minutes time for today's video, which is all about those amazing eye creams, which I cannot live without. A lot of people say that eye creams are kind of a waste of time. They don't add a lot of value, which some of them, is just marketing rather than any actual benefit, but not with these ones. These are the game-changing ones. I think will honestly help transform your anti-aging skincare routine and will deliver so many great benefits. And we're going to be doing it as live premiere, so I'll be chatting as we go along. So definitely hope that you'll be able to join me for that. In terms of, I guess you could probably all guess what my favorite eye cream is, but I've got like 7 different ones I would really recommend. So it's not just going to be that NIOD fractionated eye contour concentrate, which I think you could have probably all guessed. I think it's actually going to be surprised with some of the recommendations and some of the mentions I give in there. Definitely worth it. So I'm going to go, I've lost my place in the thing. I'm going to go through and answer as many questions as I can in the last 10 minutes. If you haven't already, make sure you click that like button. We're at 110 likes. Do you think 15 minutes, 10 minutes, do you think we've got time to get another 40 to take us to 150? I reckon so. If you haven't already, if you can click that like button, I'd love you forever. I'm going to take a big swig of my mulled wine and then we're going to blast through some of those comments. Oh, so Kirsten says, can you tell anything about the Geek and Gorgeous cream that's going to be out? Yes, Kirsten, I can. It's going to have ceramides in. Tick in the box. It's going to have panthenol in, big tick in the box. I love that. It's also going to have some really nice extra hydrators that you don't see in a lot of things. It's going to be medium, I'd say, hydration, which I live for because it's going to be applicable for most people. And I honestly will be the first in line to try it out when it comes out because I cannot wait. AJK Beauty is sending you lots and lots of love, hun. How are you? Starting the Mad About Skin Gentle Jelly Cleanser today. Can't wait. Anthony, I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Definitely can't wait. So let me know what you think. Jamie says, since your serum has vitamin C, is it okay to use with copper amino isolate serum? Yes, absolutely fine because it's a vitamin C derivative. So it's really flexible, works really well. Elizabeth says, I don't use eye creams anymore. I find my Mad About Skin moisturizer does everything. I agree with you, Elizabeth. I think if you can find a moisturizer that does everything as that an eye cream would, even better, because you know what, save some coin, skip a step. So I do agree with you, and I'm glad that you've highlighted my Mad About Skin moisturizer as one that does that. That's game-changingly good. Thank you so much. Hopefully you'll all join us for my favorite I might change people's minds with some of the recommendations for these eye creams that are amazing. If you can join us in 10 minutes for that, we'll be chatting as we go through because it's a premiere. If you can't, still just hop over. You don't need to do anything. I'll automatically transfer people there. You can just click the like button and then it's there for whenever you want to catch up on it later. So DM13 says, I love the Jelly Joker and we'll keep using it. I think the Mad About Skin is better for my dry skin now that the days are colder. I'm with you, Danny. I think make sure you use the right cleanser for the environment and what your skin's doing. So the Mad About Skin cleanser is my go-to at the moment for winter. In summer, when I need something a bit stripping and a bit dry and to just tackle all this excess oil my skin produces, going for another gel cleanser, I think I'll continue to do. It's all about working with what works well for you at the time and what your skin needs. Let's have a look. So let's see. Sugarless says, Sari says, I have super sensitive skin. Can I use mandelic acid and SkinCeuticals hyaluronic acid gel? You can. Be careful with the hyaluronic acid gel because some people can be a bit sensitive to hyaluronic acid and that can trigger sensitivity. So just, be a little bit careful about that. I'll just call that out. Laura says, so thankful I found you though through No BS Beauty. You're a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much, Laura. And I love Sarah over at No BS Beauty. She's going to do her beauty awards. I'm waiting for my invite. Normally, she's so kind. She lets me present an award. I'm waiting for my invite. Just saying. No, I love Sarah over at No BS Beauty. If you haven't checked out her channel, definitely worth it. So good. Let's have a look. We've got Revis says, I can tell it's yellow, but that's a nice colour on you. It's a lot more yellow in person. That's all I'll say. Myla says, I'm a teenager. What can I use for blackheads and congested skin? Please help. Do the suction things work? No, don't use the suction things because what they'll do is they'll take the top layer of the blackhead out and then it'll just reappear. And it also can damage the structure of the skin. I would totally recommend using a salicylic acid leave-on treatment. You can get 2%. You can even go up to 4 and 5% salicylic acid. Leave them on the area you have the blackheads. Use it every other day. In 2 weeks, you'll notice they've cleared up really well. Chris says, my father-in-law had a mild case of skin cancer years ago, so we're all addicted to sunscreens. Yes. As we're getting into summer in Brazil, I already packed the bathroom last week. Yes. As somebody who also has had cancerous lesions, pre-cancerous lesions removed from their skin like 3 years ago now, I cannot tell you how important sunscreen is. Like, I was always like, no, it happens to other people. It's fine. I'm not that fair. It doesn't really matter. And then that was like the biggest wake-up call in the world. Forget aging. The fact that the sun ages us, and actually no good anti-aging skincare routine is complete without a sunscreen. Forget that. Protect your skin. We only get one chance at this, and I just from personal experience, if I could go back, the one thing I would change is to use sunscreen every single day, because I stopped at 18. Look, up to the point like 16 or 18, my mum used to chase me around and would ban me from going out the house until I had sunscreen on. Then when I got to 18, I rebelled, and I was like, yeah, you can't tell me what to do now, mother. I don't need to wear my sunscreen. She was right all along. Mothers are always right. Just putting that out there. Chris says, is there any relation to using antioxidants and avoiding skin cancer? So, I don't know about the link with skin cancer. There are definitely studies that have shown antioxidants in skincare improve overall skin health, can have anti-aging benefits, and can help with cellular structure. I do believe, I am a believer that they will also prevent cellular damage, which can lead to cancers down the line. But I think there's less robust scientific data about that. But yes, I don't think anyone would be worse off for including an antioxidant in their skincare routine. Look, Suzanne says your giggle is infectious. Thanks, Suzanne. Lucky M says, please can you help me? I can't find a lightweight moisturizer. Love, try the Blythe pressed serum. It's like a serum with moisturizing qualities. So good. Heidi says, thank you for introducing me to Geek and Gorgeous and Face Theory. I like how you mention your reliable products again and again. I always get read to filth and called out on YouTube for mentioning the same products time and time again. But I make no apologies for that, because you know what? I use these products day in, day out, and I don't want to be recommending a new product every single day, so you guys have to get the credit card out, buy it. It's a waste. I use the same products in my routine because they work for me. And the number of times, I won't mention any names, but the number of times I see, skincare influencers say, oh my God, this product is amazing. It's changed my skin. It's game changing. And then you never see it again. I'm like, well, was that really game changing? Because if it was game changing, surely you'd see it every single time. So I like to use the same products all the time in my routine. Consistency is key when it comes to skincare. So I would encourage everyone to do the same things. Never be afraid to mix it up, but consistency is key. And Kay High says, how do you feel about using bio oil on your face? It's too much for me. Oh, I would be a greasy, acne-pooled mess if that was me. But it does work really, really well for some people. So I'll determine how acne-prone you are, because it can be a little bit pore clogging. So just bear that in mind. Sugar says, I love a holiday Zoom with you guys. Hands up if you agree. Oh, we can all get on the beach and have a holiday Zoom. Love the idea. Sophie says, Face Theory are doing something for Black Friday. I got an email saying sign up for an alert. Ooh, I'll have to have a quick look. I'll have a look and I'll let you guys know. Kitty's earlier, so Kitty's from Greece. Kitty, love you lots, my love. I'm so glad I caught this live. I'm officially request a video collab with William. Thank you so much, Kitty. I haven't done a collab. I don't think I've ever done a collab. I don't think I've ever done a collab. So who knows what the future will hold collab wise. Chris says, I didn't know about the Facebook group. I'm getting in ASAP. You will be more than welcome, my love. Everyone should join us there. We'd love to have you. Now we've got 5 minutes left of the live stream before we go over to today's video, which is all on the best eye creams of 2021. I can't wait to share some of these holy grails with you. So honestly, hopefully you'll join me. You don't need to do anything. After the live stream, we'll automatically transfer over. If you can't stay, just give the video a like to support the channel, and then it'll be there for whenever you want to watch it afterwards. If you can stay, we'll be chatting live throughout the whole thing and talking about all these amazing eye creams. I'm going to blast through in 5 minutes as many questions as I can. So let's go to the bottom and let's start. We've got TNH says, F1 starts at 7:30, so I can't watch the eye cream video, but for the ordinary caffeine is the only one that does something. Well, obviously I don't want to tear you away from the F1, my love. Hope you enjoy watching it. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Irene says, oh great, eyes later. Thanks, sweetie. It's a pleasure, my love. Aileen, welcome, my love. So great to see you, and sending you lots of love. Delaney says, can you buy topicals faded in the UK? You can't. I had mine sent very kindly by Tom from the States to the UK, but they are launching here in the next couple of months, so keep your eye out. Definitely worth it. Let's see. Teenage says, I've never liked a cream cleanser in my life, but I'm obsessed with the Mad About Skin one. Literally have to force myself to use other cleansers. This makes me so happy, and I'm so glad it's opened up cream cleansers to you people. I always say cream cleansers work for people even with super oily skin. Trust me, I know my skin is an oil slick, and I'm so glad that I can show that to people. So Dan30 says, listen to what Tom and Marlene just mentioned. The suck out things are not good. They're not. And James Welsh did a video on it as well, so you don't even have to, if you want to see them in action and how bad they are for the skin, really bad. Never suck things out of the skin. It just causes bruising, it can break capillaries, it can damage cellular structure. Never good. So Sweet Tea says, got to go. I'm going to have to replay on everything. Love you all so much. Love you, Sweet Tea. Sending you lots and lots of love. Angela says, I agree, Rob. It weirds me out when influencers rave and never mention the product again. Yeah, no, it just doesn't seem that genuine. And I don't want to say that people aren't genuine. I'm sure they do use these products. But I like to see the same products used time and time again, because then I know that it's actually worth using. Matty B says, hi there. I've been obsessed with face theory lately. Favourite products so far have been the A10 azelaic acid. Love that. Super gel moisturiser. Game changing. Any other holy grails? Ooh, yes. I love their clarifying cleanser. It's a really nice, couple of times a week I use it to just real exfoliate the skin. So good. I also really like their Oiwa eye cream. Fantastic lightweight moisturizing eye cream that has lactic acid in, so it'll just gently lift some of the pigment out of the under eye area. It takes about 2 months to work, but when it does, oh, the under eye area is gorgeous, and it's one of my favorite mentions in the eye cream video that's coming straight after this one. Those would be my top tips, but I'm so glad you're loving face theory. I'm sending you lots of love, Matty. Great to see you. So Annika says you might as well just use the Hoover rather than sucking that. Yes, those vacuum things to suck out your blackheads don't work, and yet save your money. Use the Hoover like Annika. DM13 says, since the Mad About Skin cleanser step is the longest part of my routine, yes, if I can get people to cleanse for the proper 60 seconds minimum, that's all I want out of life. That's all I need, because you'll get so many great benefits. So Thayu says, I always loved and wait for your videos. Stay safe. Thank you so much, my love. And it's wonderful to have you part of the live stream. In a minute, we're going to hop over to today's video, which is on the best eye creams. Hopefully you guys will join us. Even if you can't stay for the whole thing, just click on the like button to support me in the channel, because it'll mean the world to me. But hopefully you can stay, because we're going to be premiering it, so I'll be typing as we go along. You have to get through the awful hold music at the start. If you've been to one of these premieres before, you know how bad that whole music is. But once you get past that, we'll be talking about some amazing eye creams. I'm going to answer 3 more questions now, so keep them coming. Got plenty of time. If, in the meantime, if you could just do me a huge favour and click the like button on this video. We're at 115 likes, so we've bashed through the 100, which is amazing. This is one of the busiest lives we've ever done, so thank you so much for everyone that's joined it. And definitely just, you can minimise the chat, click the like button, maximise it, it takes you back to where you are. We've got a couple more questions I'm going to get through. So Suzanne says, I agree with the Mad About Skin cleanser. Finally, a cleanser that doesn't foam, and it works. I know, foaming cleansers dry the skin, but without that foam, they don't really work. So that was my goal, to be able to do a non-foaming cleanser that actually delivered some benefits. Danny says, 60 seconds? More like 10 minutes. Love you, Danny. Aileen says, hi, Danny. I know, I love Danny. Andrew says, Rob, the ayahuasca, I think, is Okuwake. Oh, as in occlusive and awake. That makes a lot of sense, Angela. Well, wait till you hear my pronunciation in the video later. Literally, you've only got a minute to wait. Wait till you hear that pronunciation. It will make you cringe. That makes sense. Okuwake. Thank you, Angela. New hero. Razorwing says, can't wait for the wait music. I know. Is it really a weekend if we don't have to sit through that awful whole music? R2 Pumpkin said, would you recommend mandelic or azelaic acid for inflammatory acne? Azelaic acid. Best benefits for acne, and also will help to dial back the rate of inflammation. So there you have it, guys. The end of our live stream for today. Thank you so much for all spending your Saturday night with me. It means the world to me. Now, it's not over yet. We're going to now transfer everyone over to today's video, which is a live premiere, talking about the very best eye creams of this year. Honestly, I think I've changed my approach to eye creams this year, so hopefully you'll join me for that. You don't need to do anything. You'll be transferred now. If you can't stay, just click the like button. It'll be there for you to watch when you can, but hopefully you'll continue for another 10 minutes where we can talk all things eye creams. See you there. Love you.